Okay, I think we're live. I hope so. Greetings from Tokyo. This is Daisuke with another surprise live stream. This time it's for Friday, April 28th, where I am here in Tokyo. It's Friday evening, or Friday, yes, getting close to the somewhat late hours here. Not quite 9 p.m., but almost. And I hope you're well. So this is another surprise live stream. Once again, I apologize for the lack of announcement. I hope you can forgive me. But it's just I just finished my workday today, and I was going to do a video, but again, like with a lot of things, I was unable to carry out the video that I wanted to do, which is I wanted to go through all the super thanks that I had received over the course of the last month or so. I have yet to respond to those directly. And I was going to do that, but YouTube, I was trying to do a search of the comments and have all the super thanks comments be listed so that I could make sure I didn't miss out on any. But unfortunately, the YouTube sort of comment collating function is not working so well, or at least maybe I'm not what I used to do. For whatever reason, I'm not able to do so. I wasn't able to do the super thank you shout out video that I wanted to do today, but I'll try to see if I can fix that issue and have that video made on another occasion. So I don't want to neglect those wonderful super thanks people who gave the super thanks over the course of comments. You haven't been forgotten. I just wanted to give you a specific shout out, but unfortunately, as I say, YouTube is not permitting me to isolate the comments directly, but I'll see if I can figure out if there's an issue on my side with that. So just hold tight and note that I will make that thank you video shout out. But in the meantime, I thought, let me just take the opportunity to go live because it's Friday and the like. So thank you very much. I do want to say also, thank you very much to our dear friend, Matt. Matt, thank you. Thank you. You had mentioned in comments and in maybe live stream or comments on videos about recommending some films to me. And you had asked me if I had seen this film, and I mentioned I didn't. And so thank you very much for sending this to me in the mail. I got this a couple days ago. And so Minari, so it's really, I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet. So I will, now it's Friday. And so I have the weekend here. And also it's, we're on the cusp here in Japan of Golden Week. While I do have some work that I have to take care of during Golden Week, it's more or less in almost vacation mode. So Minari is one film. And there's this film too, which is The Lighthouse. So thank you very much for this. I'm very, very, very eager to watch this. And then also this one too, which I have not seen, which is The Green Knight. So thank you. This one is a 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray plus digital release. So thank you very much for this. And also here's one that I have not yet seen. I have been so eager to watch this, but I was never able to catch up with it. So you have given me this great honor by allowing me the opportunity to watch this. Decision to Leave. And so you can see it's still not out of its plastic wrapping. And so thank you so much for this. Thank you so much. Matt, our dear friend Matt. Thank you. You are very kind indeed. So I want to give a shout out to Matt. And you and I have spoken, of course, guys, offline or we've spoken together. And so once again, I wanted to say thank you for this lovely gifts. I'm so honored by this. Thank you so much. You're very kind, my dear friend. So that's the state of things here in Tokyo. Also, the Criterion film discussions are going on in earnest. So I've just uploaded a discussion, I think, on the Krzysztof Kieslowski film White. And I'm on my way to prepare the comments that I want to make on the film Red. And hopefully that'll be uploaded soon. And after that, just a wrap up of the Three Colors release, the 4K. and then onwards and upwards, or not upwards, but onwards, because we're already in a very high position when it comes to the Three Colors trilogy. So I don't mean that in any derogatory way. I apologize. But onwards, 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 of course, going forward in terms of spine number and release order, we have the two films by Marguerite Duras, which I've already recorded, but it'll be uploaded shortly. And then also I have to discuss Dazed and Confused. So I've just finished going through the re-release of that, Dazed and Confused. And after that, of course, we'll go into discussions of works like Last Hurrah for Chivalry, Hollywood Shuffle, and Chilly Scenes of Winter and Inland Empire, and the re-release of The Fisher King, and also The Seventh Seal. The Seventh Seal just arrived, so a lot going on with that. So a lot of Criterion stuff. So, but also at the same time, beginning to think in earnest about moving to Los Angeles. It's already very close now. So by my count, it's approaching about 2 months. 2 months to go. So that's a very I'm again filled with a lot of trepidation, and I'm beginning to get a little bit of what's the phrase? Some butterflies in my stomach, because it's actually dawning on me that yes, it's indeed going to be happening. So I'm becoming quite nervous indeed. So, but I guess it's a good nervousness, I suppose. So, but in any event, it's while at the same time just having to handle a few matters, a few key matters in that regard. So it's been a bit busy. But I'm always very, very grateful for the opportunity to see you and to speak with you and to hear from you, as always, my dear friends. Thank you so much for the opportunity, as always. You know, I do YouTube, but I also do Instagram. So let me take a moment once again to do a bit of self-promotion. So I apologize for the self-promotion, but let me just say that you can also reach me at Daisuke Beppu 4 on Instagram. And there I am. I'm going to put my Instagram handle in the chat, so you can reach me there. If you haven't seen me there already, that's probably the best way to reach out to me, through the Messenger app there. So you can find me there. I just put up a picture of some potato chips that I recently found in a local convenience store here in Tokyo. The potato chips are Spam flavored. So, but I like Spam very much. So, right, you know, in the great words of Roger in the great George A. Romero film Dawn of the Dead, you know, don't knock it; it's got its own key. So, anyway, Spam. I will never knock Spam. Spam is really quite something indeed. And so to have Spam and potato chips combined into one thing, which is Spam flavored potato chips, this is like a kind of mini miracle in my own mind and heart, and I mean that quite sincerely. So that's an example of the types of things that I'd like to post on Instagram these days. So Spam flavored potato chips, and also yes, Chilly Scenes of Winter, the Criterion release, which I really enjoyed, by the way. I really enjoyed Chilly Scenes of Winter, the Criterion release. It's great. There's some issue with regards to the commenter, or lack thereof, I should say. I'll talk about that in the film discussion on the Criterion release of Chilly Scenes of Winter. But if you haven't seen Chilly Scenes of Winter, now's your opportunity. It's great. It's really great. It's quirky, really funny, and kind of true to life film, which is really about dealing with kind of a sense of breakup and maybe the possibility of getting back together, and will they or won't they, that type of thing. And so it has all the hallmarks of that type of story, which has the opportunity for quote unquote romantic comedy and also romantic humor. And it has those doses quite healthily. But it's also, I think, a very, it has this quiet ring of a true to life drama. And I can tell you that it has a sense. There are many things about it that really ring true in terms of approaches and feelings and emotional responses to many aspects involved in human relationships. So, I hope I'm back. I'm back. Great, I'm back. I swiped left or something that inadvertently got me out. But just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Okay, so I hope I'm back. Am I back? I hope so. I hope so. I hope I'm back. All right. So if I'm back, then I guess I can welcome myself back. So hello. So I hope you can hear me. I hope this sounds okay. Let me go through the comments and let's say hello to everyone. So Clark is here. So thank you as always, Clark. It's nice to see you, my dear friend. It's always great to see you. And Gungshi is, it's nice to see you. It's great to see you. Fantastic. Attempt 62. Late for you, just woke up for me. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's nice to see you. Banjo Watson, our dear friend. It's nice to see you. How are you doing? Ken of the Legion. Fantastic. And let's see. Johnny the Dude. I love that name. Hello from Sweden. Finally, the first time I'm able to join. Oh, welcome. I'm so sorry. My scheduling has been so poor, so as not to be able to be in a convenient time for you. I apologize, but I'm glad, therefore, that we are able to see each other live, as it were. Johnny the Dude. I love that name. And happy Friday to you too. Annie, our dear friend Annie Rose. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's always great to see you. It's fantastic. Keep those recommendations coming, my dear friend. Thank you. Yes, and the great gifts from our dear friend Matt. I agree. Carson. Oh, fantastic. Yes, and I agree. Thank you, Matt. Matt is a dear friend, absolute dear friend. Thank you. Yes. Gleaming TV. It's nice to meet you. Yes. Tying two trains of thought together. Decision to leave and my own move out of Japan to the U.S. So yes, thank you. I didn't think about that until you put that that comment there. Well done. I suppose. Let's see. I guess that's the only one I can tie in terms of my own current events, I suppose. Yes. Gonshi is same thing. Fantastic. So our timing is very nicely coincidental in terms of our watch of that film. So fantastic. Oh, 20th, 21st. It's nice to see you. Oh, fantastic. We have to talk again. I enjoyed that very much. I still remember your great comment. You have this laser focused memory about the supplements and Criterion. When we had our discussion several months back, we were talking about what was the release. A number of things, but an example was The Man Who Knew Too Much. And you knew when I brought that up, you knew exactly all the supplements. So 20th, 21st century. Oh, fantastic! We have to talk again. Subscribe to 20th and 21st movies, my dear friends. Subscribe right now. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Let's see. Ben, it's nice to see you. You are in New Zealand. Oh, my goodness. It's not. Oh, thank you. And it's late for you. So thank you very much for staying up. How has your life been going recently? It's been busy. It's been hectic. And I must say, these days I'm feeling at the end of the day more tired than usual. So maybe it's just a sign of the times and my age, or maybe it's just an indication of the sorts of my day-to-day routine. It's a little bit there's a lot of things happening, so, or maybe it's a combination of the two, or maybe neither. I'm not sure, but thanks for asking, my dear friend. I'm always happy to feel rejuvenated through this YouTube channel, and because I get to talk with you. And how are you doing? It's late where you are. I'm sorry for the lateness of the hour. I suppose right now midnight, so I hope it's not too late for you, my dear friend. Thanks for staying up. I appreciate it. And there's Daisuke with the Instagram Daisuke before. So if you're interested, again, please check out Instagram. I'm there at Daisuke Beppu4. If you want to follow me there, that's fine. I appreciate it. I'm always happy. If you don't want to follow, that's totally fine. It's your choice, my dear friends. Whatever works for you. But if you want to follow, I'm very happy just to see you there. And if you want to follow and then you decide you want to unfollow, that's great too. Whatever works for you. All the best to you, my dear friends. So I hope to see you at Instagram as well. Daisuke Beppu4. Andrew. Oh, nice. Scotland. I haven't been to Scotland in such a long time. I went, and my friend from elementary school, and we went to the same elementary school when we were both living in the UK when I was a kid, and I made a number of friends, and then I moved back to the US. But then I went to college, and then when I entered into my college years, I reestablished contact with some of my friends from elementary school, including this friend who by then was going to school. I want to say the University of Edinburgh, and so I said, "Do you mind if I visit?" And he said, "No, come on." So I visited my friend in Edinburgh, and so it was great. And he was talking to me about. What was it? Iron Brew and other things. So one of the great trips of my college years. So I really want to go back. And let's see. Radiance Films. Oh yes, Radiance Films. This is now the big hot item in terms of the Blu-ray label world. But I haven't been able to catch up with the releases. Because of a number of factors. Again, I regret not being able to enjoy the glow that is Radiance at the moment. But again, just in consideration of my move and trying to, in a sense, handle certain things, it's hard to then try to increase the volume of titles that I have, which I then have to move or relocate. So at the moment, my purchases are very light. Outside of Criterion, not very much purchases going on at the moment. So, and that's due primarily to my moving logistics. So, but I very much I read up what I can. I see some of the posts and I see some of the great pictures and the reviews. It looks fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The more voices like this, the better. So, SJS Arts, my dear friend. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think you just uploaded a video. What was it called? I haven't seen it yet. It's what was it? The directors that you are interested in exploring more, I think that's one. So, it's great to see you. Absolutely great to see you, my dear. I hope all is well. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see. You've been catching up with some of the previous streams in the last few days. Thank you so much. So there are many streams. Don't cross the streams. So what film is that from? I guess another one. A bear in his apartment. Okay, that's from the same movie. Okay. Let's see. What's another one from the same movie? What About the Twinkie? All right, how about that one? So can you guess the movie I'm referring to? But anyway, SJS Arts, great to see you. Great to see you. Let's see. Oh, every time I think, and I mean this in the most complimentary way, because I still remember our earliest conversations. I don't know if you remember, my dear friends, but SJS Arts, but I do because it was you had this great affection and admiration and great wealth of intelligence for all the films we were talking about. But I remember, for example, and in particular, Harakiri. So anyway, let's see. Samuel, oh, it's nice to see you. Samuel, it's great to see you, my dear friend. Spam, wonderful spam. Yes, thank you, guys. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Oh, 20th. Yes, looking forward to picking up Chilly Scenes of Winter. July, Barnes & Noble. So, July, that's the move, my timing for the move. So I'm looking for, the first thing I did, or one of the first things I did when I looked at the map of Los Angeles using Google Maps, was to find out where the Barnes & Nobles will be. So that was where, we have to meet up. I'm going to try to do some traveling in the U.S. while I'm there. So if it's okay with you, my dear friend, let's meet up in person. Oh yes, I heard about this Gleaming Rocks Picnic at Hanging Rock. Looks great. Looks great. I'm not sure though. I am a huge fan of Second Sight. I'm a huge fan of Second Sight. You know, they have been doing a lot of great things. I don't have all the releases, but let's see. Is it there in the back? Yes, there, and this one too. I'm almost finished going through this. This is if you're I don't usually do like across the board favorite releases of the year. I usually focus on Criterion releases, which is for me already a lot to try to digest and handle. It's a lot of fun, but I don't do any sort of comprehensive favorite releases of all time, or not all time, but of the year. But if the earlier release of Martin earlier this year is any indication, or this Texas Chainsaw Massacre is any indication, this is fantastic. This is one of my favorite releases so far, I must say. Martin. Wow. Yeah, wow. So yes, I was gone, but I'm back. Thank you. Oh, well done. Yes, Just Arts. Yes, but 51. So this set of films is really quite an important set. I mean, there's so much, I think, variety and interplay, and there is a kind of accessibility to a lot that makes them, I think, quite. I don't. Maybe it's not quite the word that's the most appropriate, but I mean this again very affectionately, very modern. So yes, so thank you so much. Well done, Matthew. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. So Ian, Jay, that's set collaborations. So unfortunately I do not. I wish I did. Oh, Jason from Brooklyn. Fantastic. Nice to see you. I haven't been to New York in such a long time. I really must go back. And Chris, Chris, fantastic. Distraction accompaniment to your workday. So I am hoping that you have a wonderful and productive workday, and maybe along the way, or maybe at the end of the day, when things are all said and done, you'll have time to watch a good movie, or two or three, whatever the case may be. Nice to see you as always, Chris. Chi, it's nice to see you. Fantastic. UK. Payne Raven, it's nice to see you again from Kansas. Recently watched Lost Highway for the first time. Wow. You know, I always think about films that, film experiences are so magical, aren't they? Are they not? And one of the things is the idea of watching a film for the first time. You remember those magical films that you saw for the first time, and you think, "Wow, I'm never going to have that experience again." Of watching it for the first, you can watch it again and rediscover things and find out new things, and it becomes this whole enriching, rewarding experience of rewatching a film. Right? Don't get me wrong, I do that a lot, but there's just something really special about watching a really great film for the first time, not really knowing what's going to happen until it's happening before you as you're watching it. And I think for me, Lost Highway is one of those. I wish I could have that again. Watch it again for the first time. I think that, and I would also say the same for a film like, there's so many that I'd love to be able to watch again for the first time, not know anything about, and just be totally floored by. Lost Highway would be one. I think another, again, comes to mind maybe is the Sergio Leone film Once Upon a Time in the West. Yeah, I'd love to be able to see that for not know anything about it and just watch it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ben, thank you. I hope you get some rest before your move, Daisuke. It's tough moving cities, let alone countries. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I don't know if I'll be able to get that much rest, but I'll see what I can do. But it's always I think it's in terms of restlessness, I consider it a very good and positive restlessness, although I look forward to being able to slow down and just have a chance to take a take a little chance and walk or just something without just with that clarity of mind and spirit, I suppose. These sorts of periods in one's life occur, I know. So I'm just in one of those periods at the moment, but it's a good restlessness, and I consider myself very fortunate. And so, yes, if I can go and just sit down, I'm looking forward to the day where I can sit down, have a nice, I don't know, ice cream and coffee, and just think about like nothing. It'll be great. Looking forward. But thank you very much for the comment. The warm comment. I really appreciate it. Let's see. You have, okay. So I don't want to keep you up too late. Stay up as late as you want. I'm going to be here. So, but you can go to sleep or you can do other things, whatever your schedule is. But I'll be here for another, for at least another 30 minutes. So. Let's see. Confession Among Actresses. Yes. Although I don't know if it's available outside of Japan. So if it is, you know more than I do. But I have it on a Japanese release. So, Yoshida's works are kind of difficult to watch outside of Japan. Difficult in terms of, I don't know how available or accessible they are in terms of releases. I know the Yoshida box set from Arrow is out there, but right. I spoke about that on this channel, in fact. Okay. Am I back? I've disappeared and now I've returned. Yes. Fantastic. Okay. I hope I'm back. Am I back? Okay. So, see, that's what I do. There's this thing I'm using, StreamYard, and there's this thing, it swipes left. There's, the thing on the little, like, I don't know what you call it, the little thing on the side when it's like a glowing arrow, you kind of hover over it and it takes you back to the previous thing. That's what I've been doing unintentionally. So, let's see. Have you ever seen The Quiet Girl? Such a beautiful movie. Shame it's gone under the radar. So that's another recommendation. Thank you. Absolute Bore. Hello. Bobby Lee, it's nice to see you. Lost Highway is a gem. I rewatched Blue Velvet. Loved the soundtrack. Visually, Blue Velvet reminded me of some of Wes Anderson's films. Oh, Blue Velvet is very much like, how should I put it? Blue Velvet is very much like a love letter. Right. Love letter straight. Right from your heart. But I mean that in the affectionate, candy-colored way of the song, in a very lovely, romantic way, welcoming way. Although we know in the film Blue Velvet, I don't want to get too much into the details here, but that phrase, love letters, has a kind of very ambiguous, twisted meaning applied to it, depending on which character we're talking about in the film, of course. I mean it in not that way, but I mean it in the more positive, jubilant way. Love letters. What a great aspect of that soundtrack. Of course, if we're talking about Blue Velvet soundtrack, I don't want to get too detailed here again for the sake of people who have not yet seen that great film, Blue Velvet. But all I have to say is, there was a period in my life when I talk about discoveries of my life that I cherish to this very day. I remember, again, many, many years ago, when I was kind of in my mid-teen years, my real discovery of Roy Orbison and the voice and the sound of Roy Orbison. I had heard Roy Orbison as a kid with his song. It was the great song, You Got It. I love that song. And I heard that. I was part of my, listening to the radio growing up as a kid around that time, early 90s or so. But then it was a little bit later in my life, again in my teenage years, when I really, really discovered Roy Orbison. and that coincided with around the time that I think I first saw Blue Velvet. So, oh my goodness, what a time that was. But yes, oh, SRS, thank you. Yes, that's right. That's right. Has it been that long? 5 years? My gosh, long time. It doesn't feel that long to me, although my goodness, time flies when you're having fun, I suppose. For me, anyway. I don't know for everyone else. I've been having a lot of fun. I hope that's the same for everyone else here. If not, that's okay. That's okay. But yes, I remember that. Yes, yes, Harakiri, and yes, Paths of Glory. That I remember. Those are the some of the, you were one of the earliest watchers of this channel when I first started. So it was really great. I mean, and you know, when we were, it was called SJS Films. So, oh, Timothy, it's nice to see you. You're moving too. Oh, yes. Oh, gosh, you're busy. I know how moving can be very busy. So I hope you're well. Oh, Johnny the Dude. Yes. Thank you. Another one, another person who has discovered Martin. It's such a great, weird film. I love its weirdness. I love how it's so, and I love how it almost basks in the glory of its own ambiguity, because it's really ambiguous in terms of a type of wholly subjectivizing. Is that a word? Wholly making subjective the inner workings of our main character, making those inner workings externalized in the context of cinematic expression. You know, the use of cinematography, color versus black and white cinematography, photography, and the type of structure of the film. But it never becomes overburdened by its structure. It maintains a sense of a type of quietness about it's almost like about loneliness. Really, really fantastic film. Gleaming TV. Are you going to leave the Laserdisc in storage unit in Japan? At the moment, the answer is I'm not sure. We have to get a quotation from the moving company, and if the cost of moving the Laserdiscs falls within our allotted budget, then I might be able to bring them with me. But if they fall outside of the scope of the allotted budget, then I'm going to have to keep them here. So that's the state. So I don't know what the cost is going to be. I'll find that out next week, actually, because the moving company people are going to come next week and perform a cost estimate. So we'll see. I'm actually quite nervous about that, because that's going to be the main factor in my deciding whether or not to take the collection with me, or to leave most of it here in storage. I'm very nervous. Ian James, I have an extra set. Oh, you do? Are you serious? Oh gosh. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you, Ian James. Let me put you can, if you want, you can reach. I don't know what your contact details are. I don't want you to go out of your way to do. I want you to be comfortable in your privacy. Please don't feel the need to do that. But if maybe the better thing to do would be, I can leave you again. Best way to reach me is Instagram direct message. So you can reach me there, Instagram. Or if you want, my email address, my publicly available email address is here. Let's see. I don't check my email as often as I do Instagram. So, so there might be a delay in it. But this is my publicly available email address. I feel comfortable sharing it, so it's not a problem. So it's also there in the comments. So thank you so much. That's very kind of you. That'd be really cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, cool. Matthews, you ordered Police Story. That's great. I hope you enjoy it. Police Story and Police Story 2. Yeah. The great cover art. Oh, very nice to see you, Kokomo. Yes. I agree. I totally agree. Totally agree. You're seen, but maybe not heard. Can you hear me now? Oh, gosh. I hope the sound is okay. Is the sound okay? I hope so. There we go. I think I'm okay now. All right. Okay, good. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I'm glad it was fixed. Baghdad Cafe. Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's a good choice. That's a very good choice. I agree. Oh, Adele, our dear friend, have a great day yourself. I hope all is well. It's always nice to see you, Adele. Always nice to see you. Oh, fantastic. So, oh, that's great. Like I think there was an opportunity for me. I think, although I don't know how realistic such an opportunity was. I think there was an opportunity for me to receive that set. Like who did that? Imprint, is that right? I hope I got it. But I think there was an opportunity. I want to say there was an opportunity to receive that set as part of like a, not a promotion, but it was like a, you can receive it and then make a review of it on YouTube or something like that, or on social media. And so, but I didn't go for that. But maybe I should have, because I would have gotten a set like. But I don't usually. I always feel pressured. I always feel a kind of pressure if I were able to. So I've never received any copy or review copy of any title. I've always purchased them, but because I'm never quite good in working under pressure, because I know that I'd have to deliver some kind of review or something, and I'm not so good with that. I think there's great channels who do that really well, and very informative, fantastic work, much better than I could ever hope to muster up. But I could never do that. It's I think I just feel I'm very lazy when it comes to putting together videos, and it takes too much time on my part. So I'd always feel bad about that, and then not doing it makes me feel even worse. And what should I do? It kind of compounds upon itself. So I ended up not going for that, but it would have been interesting. But then I wasn't able to get it. But thank you so much for that. Thank you, Bitter Moon. Oh, absolute board. Nice to see you, Bitter Moon. Well done. Well done. Well done. Let's see. Oh, Dan is here. Hello, and from Sweden as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you. Oh, Kai, our dear friend. It's nice to see you. Always so great to see you. Fantastic. Coffee break. I hope you enjoy your coffee. Kaylin Uchida. Hello. It's nice to see you. And what do you say here? You say, if you had to recommend one film from the French New Wave, which film would you choose and why? That is a very fantastic question, an incredibly difficult question, a very, very difficult question. Maybe I would say, if I were to try to come up with something that is fun and vibrant and effervescent, and also has a sense of a timeless spirit, because the Nouvelle Vague, or the French New Wave, has a way of really trying to contextualize in cinematic form. Among other things, it has a way of trying to contextualize in cinematic form a lot of the political context of the times in which the films, many of which were made. When we're talking about the French New Wave as a type of movement, a lot of focus is placed upon the works of the 60s and into the 70s. Although it is possible to look at the New Wave as a form, or as a movement, or as a period of cinematic history as being maybe beyond those decades. But if we're to focus, let's say, on that, it is one thing to watch a film that it has a highly contextualized sense of a political discourse, but it also can be something that might be difficult to access because of its highly contextualized political discourse. So if I were to maybe choose one film, maybe I would choose something that might seem a little bit not so reliant on that political discourse, and to give it a more type of, for lack of a better phrase, timeless appeal. If that were the case, then I would say, and this is my really long-winded way of saying, because I guess I'm trying to stall, because I'm still trying to think in my mind what film to pick. So I'm stalling by talking and talking and talking. So I apologize for that. But okay, here we go. Band of Outsiders. Band of Outsiders. I would choose that one. Godard. Sorry for that. I hope you're okay with that answer, Kaylin. Anyway, I hope you're well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, Attack on Titan. Oh, very nice. Well done. In 4 days. Well done. Dragon Ball Z and Berserk 2. Oh, very, very nice. Berserk. You should talk to our friend Seth Walsh. as well. Seth Walsh is a huge fan. So fantastic. Thank you. Ian, thank you so much. Yes. And that's my Instagram. So again, another shameless plug, Instagram. You can follow me there. You don't have to follow if you don't want to, but that's I have my spam flavored potato chips post there. So you can check out the spam flavored potato chips. And what should I post next? What should I post next? I will, let's see. Shall I do an Instagram post right now? Let me do an Instagram post. I will take a picture I will take a picture of this live stream from my vantage point, and this is my vantage point right here. So I will do that, and there we go. I will take a picture and I'll put this on Instagram, so you can see that indeed, yes, I am live, as it were. So there we go. How's that? I will do it that way, and I think we can go that. We can do that. I think that's okay. I hope that's okay. Let's see. And there you go. It's up. I think so. There you go. It's up. Yes. So live and sort of in real time, as it were. So there you go. So just in case you're interested. So love doing Instagram stuff. Anyway. William, oh, it's nice to see you. Fantastic to see you as always. Oh, Ian, thank you so much, and you're really kind to think of me that way. Thank you. So, Bantam. Oh, we just wonder if you enjoy classic Universal and Hammer horror. I do. I very much do. You know, let's see. You know, you know, there's a what was it? The one Universal film I remember as a kid watching the most was The Mummy. Boris Karloff, The Mummy. And you know, I can't do my Boris Karloff impression from, oh gosh, I can't, it's not good. It's not, okay. You'll not remember what I show you now. So that's my Boris Karloff from The Mummy. Okay. But I remember watching that over and over again as a kid. It was on TV. I recorded it and just that's one of the great, like, do you want to, it was one of those things where, oh, do you want to go play outside, Dice? Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm going to stay indoors and watch my VHS recording of The Mummy. It was that kind of excitement. So yeah. Fisher. Oh, fantastic. Yes. Fantastic. Yes. Let's see. Answer A. It's nice to see you. And you say, hi, Daisuke, keep up the content. If you are interested in a director you haven't experienced or only limited, would you watch the famous films first or in order of release date? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. It doesn't, I'm not so, I don't, it doesn't matter to me in terms of release date or chronological order per se. So I might go with the quote unquote famous films. I don't know if that's the right word for me to use. I suppose it might be for, or the ones that are perhaps most accessible. So I would probably go with those for me. And so I think that would be, that would be the way to go. But again, it really, it doesn't, there's nothing, I don't have a preferred way, one way or the other per se, but usually what happens though is if I get really into a work, an artist's work, and if the opportunity presents itself to be able to watch that artist's work in a type of chronological order, then I will perhaps proceed in that way. But that's probably after I've seen a number of the films in the canon. But let's see. How do you approach it? Answer A. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. I mean, it's an interesting approach, I think. Adele, you ask, you mentioned Tampopo. Well done. Yes, I've been rewatching Tampopo. The way a dish can represent the spirit, the tradition, the culture of a country is truly magical. Yes. You know, I love it's a very famous scene about all the businessmen going to the fancy restaurant, and sort of the elderly, more senior people are all very uniform in their ordering, except the young guy and he's a bit of an upstart because he doesn't know the etiquette of being in a social gathering like a restaurant when you have your work superiors in the same room. You don't want to you don't want to overstep your bounds in terms of a type of show of quote unquote intellectual or cultural superiority over those who are ranked in seniority higher than you in the sort of corporate ladder. So it was a really fascinating, fascinating. That's one of my favorite scenes. That's so many great scenes in that. Well done, Adele. Thank you so much as always. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Oh, Seth. Speaking of the SJS Arts, have you connected with Seth Walsh yet? I hope so. You were mentioning before Berserk, so fantastic. Oh yes, Dazed and Confused. Yes, I was just finishing watching or rewatching all the supplements on the 4K 4K UHD plus Blu-ray combo, the Blu-ray disc. So really fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So it's going to come up soon, very, very soon. And that and Inland Empire. So Etienne, it's nice to see you. You said I've been a bit busy late with my firstborn son. Oh, congratulations. Oh, wow. Wow, your firstborn son. Wow. Wow, wow. My warmest regards to you, my dear friend. Your son, your child. Oh, that is I hope everyone is safe and well and healthy. Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you for letting us know about that. And Spectres. Oh, yes. I haven't seen this in quite a while. Yes. That is a kind of a very like maybe ground. I was going to say groundbreaking. It has a certain yes. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much. And once congratulations. Berserk. Yes. So connect with SJS Arts. Let's see. So Komodo, namaste. Thank you. It's nice to see you. Let's see. Oh, so this is I'm gonna get the pronunciation wrong. I hope I get it. Is it Say Long? I hope. So I apologize for that. But what is your phone? Oh, the phone is this is a Galaxy. This is the Galaxy that I use. I have it for work primarily, but it's a really nice phone. So I have that in my kind of private phone, but I'm using my iPhone for the camera. So John Wick 4. Oh, I haven't seen John Wick 4 yet. So Seth says rewatch Kitano film scene at the scene. Yes, I agree. It gets so it's your favorite Kitano. Well done. That's great. I don't know. It's a great film. It's a really great film. I don't know if it's mentioned a lot if someone is talking about their favorite Kitano work. So the fact that you're saying that really warms my heart. Absolutely warms my heart. Fantastic. Oh, as far as recent films goes, film with the most memorable intro after Yang for me. Oh, that's interesting. A memorable intro. I don't know about recent films, but perhaps the film for me with, again, I don't know, I can't say, this is the number one most memorable intro for me for all time. I can't rank it right now, but if I had to mention one film that could be up there for me, it's the Dario Argento film Suspiria. Talk about an opening that knocks the socks off. Wow. Yes. Okay. SJSR. Yes. And Seth Walsh, you guys gotta connect if you haven't already. Fantastic. Oh, great. Oh, yes. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree, Komo. Well done. Oh, interesting. Yes. Agreed. Alex Man 13. Hello, it's nice to see you. Nice to see you from Greece. Nice to see you. Edgar, do you take your whole Criterion collection with you to LA? I want to try. Yeah. I want to try. That's the plan anyway. I don't know about the laser discs, but I want to try, and that includes the box sets, the Kurosawa set, the VHS tapes. I want to try. I know the Criterion channel is available. I get it, but it's just something. I mean, I like I love physical media. What can I say? Oh, I'm sorry, skipped it over. Sorry about this. Bantam Age, you watched Tempopo for the first time last week. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, as answer, you say you prefer going to release date order. Well done. Well done. I think because I want to see how that director has evolved his style. Oh, I can understand that. That's great. That's absolutely great. Oops. More ambiguous. Sorry. Leaving to continue of a hot dog. Mrs. Dout. I saw Mrs. Doubtfire in the theater. Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw Mrs. That was great. Yeah. Oh, Bobby Lee's talking. Oh, yes, classic horror films. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, thank you very much for that. I haven't seen it yet, so. Gaspar Noé, well done. Well done. Yes, I hope so too. Yes. Henderman H asks, what is your favorite boutique Blu-ray label? I don't know. There's so many. Maybe among my favorites is maybe the Criterion Collection. Let's see. Rob, the old mongoose, says, hello, sir. I hope you're well. Have you seen The Woman in Black? Oh, yes, I have. You know, I saw The Woman in Black. Are you talking about with that kind of the TV movie, Woman in Black, I think? Is that the one you're talking about, 1989? Creepy. Absolutely creepy. And you know what? I was living in London, or not London. I was living in England. I was living in Surrey, but it's near London. And when I was a kid around that time, and my parents took me to see was it West End? I forget where it was playing, but it was the play, The Woman in Black. Oh, that was scary. That was so scary. We had seats in the back of the theater, so it was kind of hard to see. I had to kind of be on tiptoes, try to look over the seats in front of me, but it was such a great experience. It's so scary. Absolutely scary. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great reference. A Woman in Black. Well done. Well done. Such a scary, and that really, really scary. I want to say, is that with Pauline Moran? I think. Yeah, I hope I got that right. Yes, who's plays Miss Lemon in Agatha Christie Poirot series. Asaf is here. Nice to see you from Tel Aviv. It's nice to see you, my dear friend. I hope you're well. Gunshi says, oh, thank you. Yes, the question, a response to the great question earlier about favorite opening. And you mentioned After Yang, and I responded with Suspiria. So thanks very much for picking up on that. Yes, agreed. The sounds, the rain, the colors. Jessica Harper. Yes. Essestrasse. Yes. Essestrasse. Where do you want to go? Essestrasse. Okay. So that's my impression of the taxi driver in Suspiria at the very start. Yeah. Gosh. Great. Oh, let's see. Bella, Karloff is here. Hello. And you say, greetings, Daisuke. My first live stream. Oh, well, I'm so happy to hear that. It's so great to be able to speak with you live. And just wanted to say you have made me a happier and more thoughtful person with your discussions. Hope you're well. Well, isn't that's one of the nicest things. Thank you. I totally don't deserve that. Totally don't deserve that, because if anything, your happiness and your thoughtfulness is all thanks to you, not me. It's all thanks to you. So I'm just lucky to be doing this YouTube channel and to be able to meet people like you. So it's all thanks to you, not to me. But the fact that you make such a lovely comment and compliment to me in that lovely manner really warms my heart. So thank you very much. Really does. Thank you. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you. I totally don't deserve it, but I'm so flattered by that. Thank you. It's nice to see you live as well. I mean, the pleasure's all mine. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Komodo is asking, oh, Zatoichi dead. Yes. Yes, I agree. Yes. I love that. That's great. I occasionally listen to the soundtrack of Zatoichi, by the way. Yeah. Oh, Christian, nice to see you. It's nice to see you, Christian. My source for Blu-ray news and Criterion news. Fantastic. And a dear friend. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So what was it? 31 days of Japanese films, I think. Bobby Lee, yes, it felt like a nightmare. I agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Living, yes, living in the comparison with Ikiru. Well done. Let's see. Etienne, how's it going with your journey into LA location movies? Any gems you've watched lately? So in terms of the LA, I've rewatched Heat. I love that film so much. I rewatched Heat. And Blade Runner. I've rewatched Blade Runner. So and let's see. Chinatown, and also what was it? What was that one? Let's see. What was it? Why am I forgetting the title? Why am I forgetting the title? Why am I forgetting Mulholland Drive? Why did I forget Mulholland Drive? How could I forget Mulholland Drive? But yes, Mulholland Drive. I don't know how many times I've seen Mulholland Drive now, but let's see. The Purpose of Cinema. Oh, fantastic! And you say, I'm glad to see you at the live stream as well. You say, I just watched Inland Empire and followed up with Lynch's short Rabbits. I wonder what you thought of both of these. So I will speak about Inland Empire in a video very soon. All I can say right now is I saw Inland Empire when it was first released in the theater. If it was the IFC theater in New York, downtown New York. And I saw it like multiple times. And I don't want to spoil it, so I won't go into too much detail, but there's some moment, I'll be very vague as possible, but there are some moments in that film that really made me jump out of my seat. and this crowd was screaming at certain moments. And it just came out of nowhere. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a film that is. I mentioned before, but I will never be able to unforget that title, which is On High in Blue Tomorrows. As soon as I saw that title in the context of Inland Empire, I'm never able to forget that for whatever reason. I can't unforget that. I can't unremember. Excuse me. I can't unremember that title, On High in Blue Tomorrows. I love that title. It feels so artificially constructed English grammar title. It just works. It's great. But anyway, yes, absolutely great. So thank you. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. I have seen that so many times. Inland Empire. It came to the Criterion Collection. I guess it was a surprise and not a surprise because there's a lot of Lynch attention given to the Criterion Collection, or by the Criterion Collection to the Lynch works. So I suppose now what does that leave? Straight Story, The Wild at Heart, Dune. So right, then you'd have oh gosh, if Straight Story were to come to the Criterion Collection. That's another one I saw in the theater. This time, however, the Inland Empire showing, there was a lot of people in the theater. The Straight Story, not so many, as far as I can recall. But I guess it made the feeling even more intimate when watching the film, because that's a really intimate film, The Straight Story. Yeah, oh gosh. There's it feels like such an interesting almost conceit about what the story is and what the whole plot propulsion forward, the way that the plot is propelled forward. And I mean that actually in the actual geographical space of the film, because it's about movement. But there's a precise moment where it all locks in and it makes total emotional sense. And when that moment occurs, it is like a bolt of lightning, and it strikes at your very heart. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it becomes like this huge bolt of lightning, and you realize that no words are necessary to convey the depth of emotion that has occurred because of this. So, yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. So, Purpose of Cinema, well done. So, let's see. Where am I? Okay, here we go. Adele, let's see. Dolls. Yes. Yes. I love it. Oh, thrown like we are all puppets manipulated by love, and it prevents us from moving as you want. It chains us. Well, here we go. Adele, you have again graced us with your great, wonderful take. You have this ability. You've done it before in other live streams, but you've done it again here, my dear friend. You have this great talent, this ability to express exactly the essence of a work in this statement here. It was such absolutely right, and I'm fascinated here. So you say puppets manipulated by love. Manipulated by love. That is interesting, because one would think that the concept and emotion of love is a beautiful and glorious one to be celebrated. But you interpret it, the film, to say it's something that manipulates. See, this is what I mean. You get at the very heart of it, the essence, and you still maintain a sense of wonderful breadth of possibility of interpretation. I love this. Absolutely love this. Totally agree. I could never have been able to say it as good as you. I think I spoke about it in the video. It took me, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes or something to try to say, but you say it exactly in this in these couple lines. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You do much better than I. Exactly. If you want to know the essence of dolls, this is Adele's got it right here. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, Stuart, on my lunch from work, and I have a Daisuke live stream while I play Final Fantasy 2. Great start to the bank holiday weekend. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Final Fantasy 2. Oh gosh, I remember my Final Fantasy playing days. Hacksaw Ridge. Oh yes, well done, Seth. Well done. Oh yes, it's SJ's Arts. We're looking forward to your video. It'll be 4 videos, just to give you a heads up. I've already made them. I've already shot them, so it's just a matter of uploading them. Excuse me. So there's going to be an intro. There's going to be a discussion on India song, and then there's going to be a discussion on Baxter, Vera Baxter, and then there's a kind of a wrap around, a wrap up video. And the like. So it's one of the best releases from Criterion this year, just to give you a heads up. The 2 films by Marguerite Duras is one of the best releases from Criterion this year. The supplements are a little bit, in terms of quantity, a little bit slight on paper in terms of the number of supplements, but that's you get a kind of great overview or maybe impression of the filmmaker Duras. And you get the films themselves. The films, I think, have never looked and sounded better, in my view. India Song and Baxter, Vera Baxter. Talk about films that are elliptical and mysterious. Wow. Sound and image combined is really great way. I agree. That's one of the best releases from the year. That and Hollywood Shuffle. So far, for me, the best releases of the year so far. Again, I can't, I don't want to list them. My list might change, but so far it's probably going to be Hollywood Shuffle, Inland Empire, 2 films by Marguerite Duras so far. Yeah, I totally agree, Seth. Absolutely. Yeah. William. Eternal Sunshine. Oh, well done. Yes. I don't have the 4K. I have my Blu-ray. I love it. Absolutely love it. I haven't spoken about it, but I love absolutely. I hope, as Christians, I hope there's a Lynch box set. How Criterion has so many of his works. Just need the Straight Story left on Region A Blu-ray. It's a dream, but one I think has a slight possibility of being done. Yes, I understand that. Yes. It would be great if it happened, though. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, Rob the Old Mongoose. Hello. I loved your reviews on the 4 Jaws films. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. I did live stream series on Jaws, Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. I'm very, very proud of that live stream discussion. So it's still up on the video or the YouTube channel here under the live stream section. So if you're interested, my dear friends, you can check out the live stream discussions of Jaws films. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. I tried my hand at my Matt Hooper impression. I don't know if it came across so well. That and Quint, my Quint impression. Also Jackie. You remember Jackie from Jaws 2? I had a lot to say about Jackie, the character of Jackie. But and then also Jaws 3. I'm a big fan of Jaws 3. I think I saw that way too young. I saw that as a kid. It was early 80s, so I would have been like 4 or 5 or something when I saw Jaws 3. I wouldn't show my kids. I wouldn't show my kids Jaws 3 right now. That's really scary film. But I saw that when I was 4 or 5, and I loved every minute of it. And even now, it's something that I will never be able to forget. To my, I will always remember to my dying days as having seen Jaws 3 when I was a kid, and that film traumatized me. Jaws 3 and Superman 3, those films I saw when I was a kid in the early 80s. I was born in 79, so I'd have been very, very young, 4 or 5 or something, and it was just absolutely like horrifying experiences. And I've never been able to forget them. And I'm so happy that I haven't been able to forget any of those experiences watching Superman 3 and Jaws 3. Wow. Simon McCorkindale. Simon, every time I remember the student, my mom, she's no longer alive, but, I have these fond memories of her many, many years ago. I was, just in the household. For whatever reason, Jaws 3 would come up, and I'd say, Simon McCorkindale. And the first, you know what she'd say? Every time I mentioned Jaws 3 and Simon McCorkindale, every single time, what would my mom say? She would say this, Manimal, right? Manimal. So she'd say, just talk about Manimal, and she'd just talk about how she was so fascinated by the concept of Manimal, and Simon McCorkindale and Manimal. It's like, wow, and at the time, I didn't know what Manimal was. It was just this kind of concept. What's Manimal? What's about it? It didn't matter to me that I didn't, because it's just this affectionate way. Again, this kind of this sort of shorthand way that my mother and I would be talking. This idea of using films and television series and works of art and entertainment to kind of connect with other people. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with my dad. My dad, again, he's no longer with us, and my relationship with my dad, I wouldn't say it was not the biggest bed of roses in terms of a type of friendly relationship with my father all the time. We had our tense moments, and quite a few, I would say, but I would honestly say too that even after a very tense moment with my father, the thing that would always lighten the atmosphere and break the tension would be, either he would say it or I would say it. Would be, Shane. I'd say Shane, and he'd say Shane. That would be it, because we loved Shane. He loved westerns. He loved Shane. He loved Shane. So that would be our kind of shorthand way of essentially just calming the tension after we had maybe a father-son argument or something like that. So again, cinema comes to the rescue. Cinema and television. So Jaws 3 and Manimal, they have this huge, they have this huge warm place in my heart, because again of the affection that I have associated with memories of my mother. Rest in peace. So Jaws, thank you so much. Yes, Jaws. I love Jaws. Jaws the Revenge too. I love Jaws the Revenge. Jaws the Revenge gets a lot of, I don't know, it's like Jaws the Revenge, right? But I thought Jaws the Revenge it's great. It's got its moments, I know, but I mean, talk about openings. Someone before asked in the live chat, very memorable opening moments. I mean, that film Jaws the Revenge opens really, really memorably, I would say. Very, very memorably. And I saw that in the theater too, Jaws the Revenge. Yeah, that's quite an experience. That's another memory that I will never forget is watching Jaws: The Revenge in the theater. That was a great time. Those are great times. Watching Jaws: The Revenge. I watched Jaws: The Revenge in the theater. I saw Godzilla 1985 in the theater. I saw Space Camp in the theater. Gosh, wow! I saw Turner and Hooch in the theater, and I was just, oh my god, crying and crying, crying, and so many. I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit in this. I saw Back to the Future, Back to the Future Part 2, Back to the Future Part 3 in the theater. We were late going into the theater for Back to the Future Part 3, so it was hard for me to figure out what was going on, but at the start, but I was able to catch up, I suppose, eventually. But so great, so great. Those are the days. My goodness, those are the days. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I saw Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock in the theater. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home in the theater. Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier in the theater. I saw Star Trek 6, The Unexpected Country in the theater. Yeah. Those are the days. Yeah. Superman 3. Saw Superman 4, The Quest for Peace in the theater. And Jaws: The Revenge. Lorber. Oh yes, Kino Lorber. Yeah, don't worry. I knew what you were talking about there. Fantastic. Thanks for. I know sometimes autocorrect. I understand the thing for autocorrect. Sometimes I'm trying to say, like I was trying to write greetings from Tokyo in like a comment, and for whatever reason, my spelling of Tokyo was autocorrected to torture. So it was like greetings from torture. I was like, I don't want to say that. Why are you autocorrecting to such a really unpleasant greeting? I don't want to say this. I was feverishly trying to correct it so it wouldn't say greetings from torture. It was greetings from Tokyo. Sometimes autocorrect makes life very difficult, I would say, and it doesn't correct when you want it to correct. I hate those moments too. You kind of wait. You go towards the end of the sentence, and at the start of the sentence you made a spelling error. But you think, oh, it's gonna autocorrect will catch it. So it's like, I want to go to school, or I want to go to bed, and I spell want as in weight, as in body weight. I wait to go to bed, and I expect it to be able to correct it to want, but it just stays as weight. So by the end, you go when you go to the end of the sentence, it's still uncorrect. It's like, oh, you have to go back to this part where it says weight, and you have to correct it. All these issues. Yes, modern living. My goodness. Yes, I totally get it. Oh, Zickwick, hello. Straight Story is amazing. Looking forward to rewatch it with my partner. Oh, yes. Oh, rewatch of Straight Story. Fantastic. Yes, absolutely fantastic. Purpose of Cinema. Yes. This is yes. You know what I'm talking about. Yes. I totally agree. There's also a moment somewhat earlier in the film as well. It comes out of nowhere. You kind of see where it's coming from. That's the thing. You kind of see where it's coming from. Like that. It's kind of that. It's great. Yeah. Henderman H says, what would you say is your favorite director and your favorite film by them? Love your channel. Thank you so much, Henderman H. I don't know if I can name my absolute favorite director, but one of my favorites would, I mentioned his works before many a time, Edward Yang. And if I were to mention some works by him, A Brighter Summer Day and Terrorizers, I think. Yeah. Oh, recently added chilly scenes of winter. Well done. Yes, exactly. Yes, John Hurt. Yes, that's right. It's a great performance by John Hurt, by the way. Really, really great. Really great. And yes, Home Alone. That's right. I saw Home Alone in the theater too. Home Alone and Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. It's great. Opening sequence from Newsroom from Dawn of the Dead. Yes, Elder Map. Well done with the Dawn of the Dead reference. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Annie, yes, our dear friend, you ask, what is your favorite animation? Mine is Beauty and the Beast. By the way, have you seen the movie Page Master? It stars, for example, Macaulay Culkin. I haven't seen the Page Master, but if you're recommending it, I will put it on my recommended lists. As always, I always value your recommendations highly, my dear friend. And you ask about favorite animation. I don't know if I could give my absolute favorite again. One of my favorites might be, let's see, Kiki's Delivery Service. That's the English title, the Ghibli film. Another favorite animation might be Akira, the Otomo work Akira. Let's see. Maybe another one. So many, I suppose, but anyway, those might be some examples. Yes. Let's see here. Okay. Christian says, "Oh, konnichiwa. Oh, Makio Sisters. Yes, that's right. Yes. And Burmese Harp and Fires on the Plain. Yes. Yeah, I've spoken, I think, about, let's see. I want to say, have I spoken about Fires on the Plain on this channel? I forget. I might have, but yes, highly, highly recommended. Yes. I'm glad you got those. Maybe in the context of your Japanese film discussion, perhaps I can guess as well. So that's great. Have you experienced IMAX? We don't have IMAX here. I haven't seen so many. I have seen a couple films in IMAX theaters, but not a lot. I don't go to the theater as much as I would like to. Oh yes, I've heard about this, Seth, about Napoleon, but I haven't seen anything or heard. I just saw pictures of what was that film? I'm also excited for that one. The Scorsese work was Killers of the Flower Moon. Is that title correct? But I just saw pictures from that. That looks very interesting as well. But Napoleon, that's great. Okay, so shall I do my Ridley Scott impression again? It's really bad. My bad Ridley Scott impression. So Ridley Scott, as you know, he's the director of many works, including like Gladiator and Blade Runner and then Alien. So if you watch some of the earlier documentaries on the making of the film Alien, you get some of the Ridley Scott interviews about him making Alien. He's always got the cigar and he's like this one. Or I had the idea of having the actors in cardboard tunnels in the Alien. It would be nice to have Alien tunnels. That was a good idea. That's my bad Ridley Scott. Sorry about that. Yes. So I guess it doesn't work unless I have a cigar, I suppose. But anyway, let's see. Etienne, yes. Let's see. Am I going to do live stream? I want to, but again, I'm not sure. It's I was planning to do something, but it just never came. I was thinking of doing the Exorcist films live stream discussion, but I thought, it'd be interesting to do Exorcist films in April, but it didn't quite pan out. And then also, yes, 31 days. I wanted, or 30 or 31 days. I wanted to do 31 days of something, but again, it's just at the moment I don't know if it's going to happen before I move. So maybe when I settle down in Los Angeles, I might be able to try to do something more about that. But I'm going to try to go out to the movie theater more, or the movie theaters more, because I think they'll be closer to where I hope to be able to live. We haven't quite decided exactly, but we might know generally where we're living. So it's very hope to be able to go to more movie theater showings. I'm really excited. I was looking online the other day at the New Beverly lineup. It looks really cool. Really, really cool. I think there's I know Quentin Tarantino, for example, is on record of talking a lot about the film Psycho 2. I think Psycho 2 is being shown at the New Beverly, I think maybe this month or next month, I forget. I would love to be able to go watch Psycho 2 in the theater. Wow. That's a great film. Dennis Franz's shirts in Psycho 2 are just, they need to be seen to be believed. It's that incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's see. Timothy. Oh, Octopussy. Yes. Oh, gosh. Yes. The James Bond discussions. I love those. Those are so much fun for me. I love the James Bond discussions. I think those are among the most fun I've ever had on this YouTube channel, is talking about the James Bond films. I love that discussion series. It was so much fun. Gosh, yes. And right, and what's that from the early 80s as well? Maude Adams, Roger Moore, such great screen chemistry. And yeah, and Roger Moore. I mean, a lot's been said about. Excuse me. A lot's been said to criticize Roger Moore, especially during his final years as Bond. Long in the tooth and all that. But I never really saw that. I think he really shows his physical prowess quite well. And Octopussy, there's some scenes like the fights in Octopussy's palace, etc., where he shows a lot of physicality, or he's able to express that in his performance. Really, really cool. And there's a bit where I mentioned this too, where people call Octopussy a bit kind of over the top in terms of its buffoonish like comedy, but really it's not. I don't see that at all. It's actually in many ways an almost it's a type of it's in the vein of the sort of spy Cold War thriller in a lot of ways. There's moments were really scary, in fact. So, but anyway, yeah. Oh, The Return. Oh, well done. Well done. Thank you, YRS. Thank you. SJH, any thoughts on Mishima's Confessions of a Mask? You mean the work, the kind of, I guess, novel, or let's call it the written work, Confessions of a Mask? Yes. I don't know about the editions, in the English edition, but yes, I have read that work a number of times, a lot, in fact. I read it before I went to college, and actually while I was in college and afterwards. So, it's probably in many ways, it's probably the key work by Mishima. Yeah, it is probably in many respects. I mean, there's so many works that one can say are very key in the writings of Mishima: Temple of the Golden Pavilion, Sea of Fertility, Tetralogy, but perhaps maybe if one had to choose one work that is maybe the most important, when one thinks of Mishima's career and life, Confessions of the Mask is it. Yeah. Gunshi, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Here's my, Suspiria again. Oh, here's our meat. We've just received our shipment of meat. Where should we store this meat, Madame Blanc? Oh, let's see. I think a good place to store the meat would be the attic. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's start. But Madame Blanc, I mean, is it prudent to store meat in the attic? I mean, don't we have to think about refrigeration and sanitation? No. I think it's okay to store the meat in the attic. I mean, who's going to notice? And there's so much space there anyway. And also, we need room in the other places of the dance academy for study and for sleep and for practice, etc. So I think the attic is the best place to store meat. What do you think? Everyone no agree? Everyone agree? Right? You disagree? Okay. Curse on you. So that sort of thing. So that's yes. Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry. Seth Wallace, any decision on a new live stream series? Alien would be so good. Yes. I have the best memories of the film live stream series that I have been able to attend. Jaws 4 is a Christmas classic. I agree. I love Jaws 4. I remember Billy Crystal making fun of Michael Caine at the Oscars. What was it? The Cider House Rules? That was the film that, right? But he's like, why did you have to go and make Jaws 4 or something like that? Was in Billy Crystal's song monologue, I think. And then a little bit later, he goes and zooms in on the people's faces and says what it is we think they're thinking. And he goes in on Michael Caine's face and he says, I love Jaws 4. And they make fun of Jaws 4 as like, I never, what did he say at that Oscars? I never saw Jaws 4, but I saw the house that helped pay to build or something. So there's a lot of knocking on Jaws 4 for whatever reason. I think it's a great film. Michael Caine does, it's probably the best performance in that entire movie is Michael Caine's performance as Hoagie. Yeah. Alien would be so great. I love Alien too. As I've spoken about my love for Alien. I did my Jones the Cat impression on one of the YouTube shorts. So if you haven't seen my Jones the Cat impression, check out YouTube shorts on this channel. Yeah. Every time I think about bonuses, salary and bonuses and all this stuff, I always think of Yaphet Kotto's character, because there's this I mean, so cool, Parker, Parker, shut up. Let's hear you. Oh, I love that, Parker. Anyway, and two, even to this day, whenever I drink milk, I always think of the film Alien. Anyway, oh yes, Satanic Rites of Dracula. Yes. I saw that very young as well on TV, British TV. It was kind of it's a film that I don't know if little kids should be able to see. I saw it like as a kid late at night when my parents were asleep or whatever. So, yeah. Gohatto, yes, I know Gohatto very well. I saw that when I was living in New York, and it premiered at, I want to say, the New York Film Festival. So that was when I was so keen on getting tickets to that. I wanted to get tickets to see Gohatto. And I was so excited. Yes, I got tickets. And it's a Oshima is a filmmaker. One of the things that is so brilliant about Oshima's works is that each film is essentially different from the other. So his films are so uniquely unique. And I think at the time, prior to the release of Gohatto, it was very tempting to categorize and classify Gohatto as being a type of quote unquote return to form, in the vein of Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, because of Sakamoto, because of Beat Takeshi, etc. But I think, and while there are certain similarities, I think definitely can be made between the two films. I think they are very vastly different. They each stand on their own merits, individually, distinctly. Gohatto, I really find fascinating, and I like its blend of quote unquote reality and theatricality. Yeah. Oh, Seth Walsh, Salem's Lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, well done. Salem's Lot. So this is the Toby Hooper version. Love that. I was gonna do my my bad James Mason impression from Salem's Lot, but I think I might be spoiling it, so I'll reserve that for later. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Dracula's Risen from the Grave. Yes. I've watched the Christopher Lee sets by Severin. They're very robust, and the booklet for the second box set is a great booklet. Box set has a great booklet about the film career, starting with his first role. Oh, great. That's fantastic. I don't have that set, though. Let's see. Do you have a top 3 to 5 favorite television series list? That's a top viewer question I would have for you, but I think I could guess at least one. I don't know if it's top. I like The Simpsons very much. And there's another series called Twin Peaks, which I like very much. And I like The Twilight Zone very much. And if we're talking about series, like I love Poirot, Agatha Christie's Poirot. I love Miss Marple, the Joan Hickson BBC Miss Marple. Inspector Morse. I love Inspector Morse. They might be considered miniseries. If you know the works of Dennis Potter, the playwright and serialist and writer Dennis Potter, check out Pennies from Heaven, The Singing Detective. There are many others, but those are the two that I think are there's also another one called Blue Remembered Hills. It's one of the most brilliantly conceived things I think I've ever seen one of the most brilliant pieces of television I've ever seen. But I've recently been on an Agatha Christie adaptations rewatch kick. So I've been rewatching a lot of the Agatha Christie adaptations, and that meant watching a lot of the Poirot series. I love Poirot. David Suchet as Poirot. Oh gosh, yeah. I remember watching those, or The Mystery of the Spanish Chest, The Adventure of the Clapham Cook, those first episodes, The Adventures of Johnny Waverly, 4 and 20 Blackbirds, etc. Those were the start, and then they go into the feature film adaptations like Peril at End House with the great Polly Walker. Oh, huge crush on Polly. And then oh gosh, and then going through the series, fantastic. I love that. Yeah, so those are among my favorites. And The Simpsons, I was a huge Simpsons fan up until a certain point. And then I didn't watch them again because I moved around. I wasn't able to watch them. But I watched The Simpsons. I know the first, I would say, 6, 7, 8 seasons. I haven't seen them in a long time, but I remember like the B Sharps. Any Simpsons fans out there? You remember the B Sharps? So this was around the time. For me, the B Sharps was a huge new thing. It's like, oh, when it'll be a while until your mother comes back with that tire. So let me tell you some more stories about the B Sharps, right? Or hey, it's an award statue. Oh, it's a Grammy or something. And when the whole thing about Principal Skinner and Mrs. Krabappel and let's see, one of my favorites is finding out about Apu and Paul McCartney, and let's see what else was there. Of course, Who Shot Mr. Burns, and the thing about Sideshow Bob. What about that tattoo on your chest? Doesn't it say "Die Bart Die"? Oh no, that's German for the Bart. Oh, no one who speaks German can be an evil man. So he's released from parole. Yes, and that great send up of Cape Fear. So yeah. So and then right. Has anyone ever seen the movie Tron? No. Yes, no. I saw Tron. When I saw that episode of The Simpsons, I proudly shouted to the TV screen, "Hey, I've seen Tron." So anyway, sorry about that. I was kind of sorry. I got ahead of my. I apologize. I love The Simpsons. Floyd and Pink, our dear friend, you say, I hope you're well, sir. Yes, I am. Thank you. Finally watched A Brighter Summer Day last night. Wow, fantastic. I'm always happy whenever I hear someone talk about Brighter Summer Day. Fantastic. Well done. RoboCop, Adventures in Basin, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Phantasm. Oh, cool. You saw Phantasm in the theater. Wow. Yeah. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Draco. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. RoboCop too. Oh, yes. Oh, Stay Tuned. Oh, yes. Oh, I love that movie so much. Such a great movie. Oh, yeah. Where have you been? Yeah. There's a chance to have a list you published in your Letterboxd profile some time ago. Your favorite films of all time. I don't know if I have that list. So I mean, I don't have it like written down anywhere. I mean, I could try to come up with something from memory, I suppose. I'll see what I can do. I haven't thought about my favorite films in a long time, actually, but I can try. I can tell you, on the list might be films like, oh gosh, Late Spring, Vertigo, Brighter Summer Day, Big Trouble, Little China. Oh gosh, Murder on the Orient Express. Gosh, yeah, those I don't know where they'd fall ranked, but yeah, I talk Suspiria. Yeah, so many others, but I have to try to come up with that list one day. Yeah. Try. Oh, cinematic PhD. Well done, my dear. When you say finally going to watch some Edward Yang, got E during the Flash. Oh, that's great. I hope you enjoy that. That was the first Edward Yang film I saw in the theater when it was released. Jared, yes, autocorrect can be irritating. Yes, I can. Well done. William Tate, I see the Evil Dead box set. I'm watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Yes, I haven't seen the new film yet. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen that one yet. But yes, I love me some Evil Dead. Yes. Oh, the first movie I saw in the theaters was Batman. Oh, well, that's a great film. Batman. Yeah. I love the bit where you've got the whole thing about the parade in Gotham at the end, and it's the Prince song. He was still called Prince, right? He wasn't the artist formerly known as Prince. He was still called Prince at the time, and he was like, the song where the Joker's right. It's the trust, and everyone's screaming money, 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 because he's gonna throw out all the money, right? And like the song and da da trust da da da, and then you've got a close up on Jack Nicholson's face, and you see he's got his wide brimmed hat there, and you see a money bill stuck on the hat there. So there's a moment where he's just talking in that money bill stuff. I could never get my eyes away from that money bill. I was saying, "Oh, someone take that money off of his hat." It's really distracting, but that's a really cool thing about that film, Batman. I remember that money bit on his hat for some reason. But anyway, yeah. What was it? Batman. Yeah, Batman, and also the Jack Palance, right? Jack Palance, when he says, "Get me Lieutenant Eckhart." Yes. I can't do one-handed push-ups like Jack Palance did at the Oscars. Anyway, speaking of Jack, if you've seen you should watch City Slickers 2, Legend of Curly's Gold. That's a great film. That's right. I saw that in the theater too. With John Lovitz. No, I haven't. Mad Dog. Well done. Oh yeah, so this is the question that you asked before. Yes, so don't know. Again, I don't have the list. I don't have it written down anymore, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Angel's Egg, that's a good choice. Yes. Ethan. Oh yes. You saw Akira in the theater. Wow. Well done. That's really cool. YRS. Whisper the that's a great choice. That's a really great choice. Perfect. You haven't seen Perfect or Perfect. Well, that's fine. There's great opportunities. Those are really memorable films, each in their own way. Stuart. Oh yes. Me too. I love the manga as well. Oh, you have it tattooed on that's very cool. The manga and the film are very, very different beasts, as you know. It's fascinating to experience both of them. Sometimes it's just like alternate realities. Curious so good in IMAX. That's really cool. Christian saw John Wick in IMAX. That's really cool. Dark City. Yes, I've seen Dark City. That was mentioned at the other live stream as well. It's a great film. Old Wall Street. Very cool. The Incredibles. Oh, that's a really great suggestion. Yeah, that would be interesting. Following up with Wall-E. That would be interesting. Patrick, hello. When a Woman Ascends the Stairs. Oh, wow. Well done. Thank you so much for watching that. And yes, I did recommend it in some videos, but yes, Naruse. Yeah, yes. Not the Nakadai. The great Nakadai. You're absolutely right. Well done. Thank you. Oh, yes. Como, well done. Excuse me. Pardon me here. What's the time? Okay, 10:30. Oh, thank you, my dear friend. Thank you. Yes, yes. The alien tunnel. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It wasn't that with no, with that with groundskeeper Willie, right? And oiling. Yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yes, yes. Or was it with groundskeeper Willie as well? Yeah. Oh, you saw the new Evil Dead film? That's great. I can't wait to see that. Although I've heard it's very, very violent. Jared says, "Oh, cool. I went to a movie theater recently. I hadn't been. What did you see, by the way? A cinematic. I said I can't wait to go to LA next summer. That's going to be our next anniversary trip in 2024. Very cool. Between Disneyland, Universal, some iconic theaters. I'm very excited. Oh, you should let me know. I'll probably still be there. I hope so. Let me drop me a line. We can meet up. Prime, very well done. Yes, and for Imagine, you should talk with our dear friend Seth Walsh. So well done, Seth. You're still here, right? So well, fantastic. Yes, floating Roger Moore's era is the best in my. I love Roger Moore, James Bond. I grew up. Roger Moore is my James Bond. You know, and I think that's why I love A View to a Kill so much. It's my favorite James Bond film. It's because it's just the combination of Roger Moore, Grace Jones, Christopher Walken, blimps, the Golden Gate Bridge, Tanya Roberts. Oh, everything came together. Just brilliant stuff. And Roger Moore, of course. That's my Roger Moore version. Yes. Oh, fantastic. Etienne says Octopussy is the first movie beside My Blue Pears. Oh, that's another great coincidence. Today is a day filled with great coincidences. Oh, you make me so happy, my dear friends. And you say, I recently watched the series Queer for Fear and had a great take on the Psycho series and Perkins. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you. What is that yellow box? Oh, this one? Oh, this one. Let's see. What is this? This is yes. This is the shameless release of Four Flies on Grey Velvet. As some of you may recall, I was recently gifted the wonderful gift from our dear friend Stealthborn of the 4K release of Four Flies, but I still have the earlier Blu-ray from Shameless several years prior. So this is a that I was rewatching that, and I was rewatching this, so it's great. Yeah. Nausicaa, yes. Now in Japanese we say Nausicaa. Yeah, well done. That's right. Yes, Jared. Yes, he saw the house. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. What do you think would have been different about Return of the Jedi had David Lynch accepted these? I mean, I don't know. I can't claim to wonder about that. Although, perhaps Dune might be the closest indication as to what might have been. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I love Return of the Jedi. And let's see. The thing about Return of the Jedi, I never knew until much later in my life just how iconic Admiral Akbar's line, "It's a trap." When I saw the film as a kid, "It's a trap." I didn't realize just how iconic it was. Like should I say it? I don't want to spoil. Actually, I was going to say there's a moment with Admiral Akbar in Return of the Jedi that always perplexes me. I don't want to spoil it though, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen Return of the Jedi. So I'll wait. If anyone wants to hear my Admiral, the mystery of Admiral Akbar, from my vantage point, if you want to know what I think what I consider the mystery of Admiral Akbar to be, and I've been never able to figure out what the answer to that mystery is, please private message me and I can let you know what I feel like the mystery is. Again, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who has not yet seen Return of the Jedi. Oh yes, Etienne, yes, big fan. The Warriors, although, yeah, I mean that's getting. Has that already, or it's going to get a 4K release? I want to say, I don't know, but Oh, great, Simpsons fan. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. Ethan, yes. I've never heard you speak. No, I've never spoken about Barry Lyndon. Um, I've rarely spoken about Kubrick films on this channel. It's because I have I need kind of energy about them. But I can say when I saw Barry Lyndon for the first time, it was in college, and I was how should I put it? Um, um, it it made me understand the importance of being able to feel many different reactions and emotions at once when watching a film. And I mean this wholeheartedly positively, which is, I think it's one of those films where, again, when I first saw it, as in like my early to mid teens, I would say, it was during my first discovery into the world of cinema, in a manner of speaking. So I was discovering all these filmmakers, and Kubrick was up there as well. So I had to watch Barry Lyndon. So I saw Barry Lyndon. I felt simultaneously enthralled and bored. That's how I felt. It was like the same thing. It was like I was intrigued, but also uh, withdrawn at the same time. I was never quite able to comprehend that until maybe sometime later in my life, when I realized, oh yes, it's possible to feel sometimes conflicting feelings at the very same time, especially when watching a Kubrick film. And Barry Lyndon is a great example of that for me. And I don't mean that in any negative way. I mean that very positively, because the whole point about, or one of the points about that film, at least for me, is the utter, it's the utter, almost blunt force of aspects of reality that I think Kubrick is really almost compelling us and challenging us with. And I mean this both in terms of a story level, an emotional level, as well as a technical level, because that film forces us to consider the reality of time and space and light, but to consider it in a very stylized way. And I don't mean that in a type of evasive, paradoxical way, but I mean that very, very specifically, because one of the great famous points about that is the way it uses, like, the way it captures light and the way it captures time. And at the one hand, it captures light and a time in a way that is promoted to, quote unquote, preserve reality. No artificial light, no sense of, or sort of a time extended beyond the frames of what we see. However, that itself becomes a type of stylistic choice, and so that itself becomes a type of thing that is not, quote unquote, cinema verite, but it's a purposely applied sense of reality. And so in many ways, that makes the reality that is purposely applied very much unreal, because it is an application, the result of an application. So I understand that kind of paradox. So that's another kind of paradox of the film. It emphasizes reality, but then it reminds of how stylized that application is. So reality versus purposely applied style. That's another paradox. That's great. It's great to have contradictions. And you get that also with the film, the idea of the blunt force nature of reality hitting the characters like bricks. And success and failure, highs and lows. I mean, it's all there in the film. Life and death, it's all there in the film. Barry Lyndon. I mean, it's brilliant. So I feel so many contradictory emotions when I see Barry Lyndon. So that's in a nutshell. It's hard. I can't speak about it so much at the moment, but that's I really regard that film very, very strongly. I would say too, just I would say like The Shining has that similar type of effect on me. The Shining, um, uh, uh, how should I put it? I never considered The Shining to be a scary film. Uh, um, so whenever people talk about the scariest films of all time, sometimes The Shining is on the list. I never thought of it as a scary film. I always thought of it as like a film about um, like isolation and boredom, and also desperation. And those things, I think, are themselves quite frightening and quite disturbing. So I'm it's not to say that I don't think The Shining is I don't think I'm not saying that I don't think it's a disturbing film. I think it's quite a disturbing film, but I don't look at it in terms of a horror film per se. I look at it as a type of a descent into type of disturbing paranoia. brought on by isolation, whether that's externalized or something that's within. That's one of the great mysteries of the film. But so I feel somewhat similarly when I watch The Shining as I watched Barry Lyndon. I'm feeling like I'm being torn into two separate directions when I feel that. And that I don't mean that in any negative way. I mean that very, very positively. So, and speaking about being torn in many directions, I feel totally like that when I watch Eyes Wide Shut as well, and that's a great thing. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spot. Yes, I agree. I love how Alec Guinness says the name. What is it? Toby Estraze. Yes, I love that. Yes, morale is low, activity is low. Yes. I remember, George. Yes, what's one of the great moments. Yes, yes. Yes, when George Smiley says, so and so actually mentioned Tinker Tailor to you. However, did you get a hold of that? Oh my goodness, I love that series so much. Yes, yes. Callum, oh, it's nice to see you. Yes, monorail. Yes, yes. Monorail. Do. Yes, yes. The ring came off. Was it the ring came off my pudding can? Use my penknife, my good man. Was that the song, the monorail song? Guys, it's been such a while since I've heard that song. Yes. Um, there's a family of possums in here. I call the big one Bitey. Was that from that episode? Gosh, it's been so long. My memory's really bad. Yes. Blue Remembered Hills. Yes. Well done. Yes. Thank you. Yes, that's the great one. Were you sent? Oh, thank you. Were you sent here by that a no good, sir? I'm on the level. Yes. That's right. The Monorail song. That's a great song. Gosh. On the waterfront. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Absolutely. In East of Eden, absolutely agree. Fantastic. Tom Popo. Yes, thank you, Derek. Thank you. Well done. Evil Dead Rise, you saw it. Fantastic. Well done. I'm looking forward to that. I hope I'm able to see it too. Oh, yes. Batman. Yes. Although one of the scariest moments in the film Batman for me was the newscaster Becky, and the whole thing about how Smilex works. That was really scary, actually. When I saw, yeah. I remember there weren't there like the Topps baseball trading cards of Batman. Was it Topps? I think I collected those. Oh yeah. No problem. That's not a problem. Yeah. But yeah, I saw the question both times. Not a problem. Thank you. Not a problem. So again, I'm sorry I wasn't able to answer to your satisfaction. It's somewhere there. Oh yes, yes, and Bob, remember, you are number one, a guy. Yes, sir. And Bob puts on, and then like, and and then a little bit later, the pen is truly mightier than the sword. Yes. Right. That's my yes. Bruce. Yes. So that's my little thing about Batman. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. Oh, Derek, thank you so much again with the super chat. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you. Vera's Karen, yes. Which film made you feel the most after viewing either joy, sadness, or disgust? Ooh, interesting. Or any other emotion? I don't know. I'm not sure. Feel disgust. I'm not sure. Maybe Salo. I don't know. That might be one that's up there. Or maybe utter joy. I would say A Matter of Life and Death, the Powell and Pressburger film. Brief Encounter. It's another one. David Lean, No Coward. Great question. Tim Burton Batman's films live stream would be over the top. So that would be Batman and Batman Returns. So yes, I love Batman Returns. Here's my Christopher Walken impression from Batman. Chip. Yeah, so that's yeah. Or what was it? Oh God. Yeah, I was gonna do a Penguin, but there's a line that the Penguin says, which is one of the most shocking lines in any film that I've seen, having to do with his hands and what he does, what he wants to do with his hands. It's really quite shocking. I never realized what the meaning of the line was until much later when I was much older. It was quite shocking indeed. But anyway, yes. Let's make a mayor. Something I forget. Yeah, I love Batman Returns. It's great. Oh, Derek, thank you so much. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you for the earlier live super chat. I appreciate that. And your words are very, very, very touching indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Shah XX Sam. Shazam, I think. So theater screening in LA. Yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait. So American Cinematheque for membership. Oh, great. So I assuming you're in the LA area. If you are, yes. I'm always in the mood to go to a movie theater. If anyone, if we happen to be in the same movie theater, that would be so cool. And you can catch up afterwards. What do you think of the film? Oh, finish our popcorn or something. Oh yeah. I saw the new Super Mario Brothers. Oh, how was it? I want to take my kids. We love. Oh yes, we're big Nintendo fans. Yes, I know. Yes, Primal. Yes, I haven't seen it yet. Duran Duran. Don't forget Duran Duran during the title song for Utopia. Yes, I know. I love that song. Yes. I love the bit where you have the model skiing, and then suddenly she turns into she's skiing, and suddenly turns into ice statue, and then there's fire on the statue or something like that. Yeah, amazing. If you were to get a quote from a movie tattooed on you, what would it be and where? I've never been asked that question before in my life. Wow, that's an amazing question. I don't know what the line would be. What would it be? I don't know. I don't know. I never thought about what the line would be. Where would I tattoo it? I don't know. Maybe I'd get the line from the Mike Lee film Naked. Don't waste your life. And I put it on my forehead. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'd think it's maybe be like I don't know. I was thinking of I was talking about Akira the other day, or just a few minutes ago. So maybe Tetsuo. Maybe put it on my shoulder or something. Anyone know if there's going to be an updated box set of the Bond films with No Time to Die included? I may have to stop waiting so I can begin them. I don't know. It's possible. I'm not sure. It's always good to. It's always an opportunity to re-release those sets, but it could happen. Yeah. Oh, really? Fantastic. Yes. Yeah. Well done, Pat. Yes, Patrick. Well done. Yes. No problem. Pink Floyd lights up. Yes. I don't talk too much about music. I got so many comments about King Crimson. I love King Crimson. I just never spoke about King Crimson before, but yeah, I got so many comments about it. I mean, I love me some prog rock. Right. Does anyone know Yes? Right. or like sometimes when I'm walking, I like to put I have my AirPods, what they call AirPods, and then I like to walk. And just I just like to walk to some music. Sometimes I was listening to like the soundtrack to Howard's End. Other times I'm listening to Iron Butterfly. I mean, speaking of The Simpsons, In the Garden of Eden by Iron Butterfly. Anyway. Oh, GJR, it's nice to see you. Mikhail, it's nice to see you. And oh, great. Yes, 2001 A Space Odyssey. Yes, yes. Okay. So here's my 2001 Space. Okay, Hal. Here's my Hal impression. Daisy. That's my Hal. Okay, here we go. Okay. I was quite sad in a way thinking about your departure from Japan while watching the Kitano film. I hope you can have a big Japanese style send off for yourself before coming to the States. That's very kind of you, my dear friend. It's very kind of you. I don't know what I'm going to do on my last day here. I'm kind of almost, I'm looking forward to it and dreading it at the same time, to be perfectly honest. So, but yeah, again, much closer now. It's it's not quite, it hasn't quite hit me yet. It's almost there though. So I'm not sure what I'll do on my last day. Though maybe like, I don't know. I like Japanese ice cream, so maybe I'll have an ice cream. Oh, speaking of prog rock, yes, Casey, yes, yes, King Crimson, yes. So yes, a lot of King Crimson comments. Yes, I'm a big fan of King Crimson. I love King Crimson. Yes, Wake of Poseidon, Red. Yes, big fan. This is my impression of the cover art for. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Never mind. Don't want to go too far. Reed is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Hello, Daisuke. I appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. I'm such a big fan of Paths of Glory. Oh yes, that film blew my mind. Yes, I agree. That's a really kind of that's a really heavy film. That's a very, very heavy film, and it goes in places that are really disturbing. And it's almost like you need such a strength of will to be able to overcome the bits of the disturbing, because it goes into places that are really quite almost unforgivable. And it's this idea of the expectation that's placed upon the viewer by Kubrick and company to sort of say to you, to challenge you, to say the way to overcome these feelings of despondency is through sheer act of human will. I think that's one of the ways one can view the film, I think, as a whole, processing it. Take the ending, for example. But anyway, yeah, well done. That's a great choice. Well done. Yes, the monorail episode. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Lou, thank you so much. Shaw Brothers. Yes. 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 Big fan. I have the sets. Yeah, the sets are back there, but yes, big fan. Anyone? Let's see. Anna to the Infinite Power. First movie about human cloning, perhaps. Interesting. Faster Pussy by Kill Kill. Yes. Yes. I'm a fan. I wouldn't call myself this a super fan or a super expert. I am a fan. Yes. Like I don't know, like right Beyond the Valley of Dolls, Vixen or something. Yeah. Louis, what is your favorite Italian film and director? I don't know if I can't name my absolute favorite, but among my favorites is Fellini's 8.5. Sagulp. Gak. I love that film. I think one of my favorite film sequences ever, right, is the Roomba. The Roomba sequence in 8.5 is one of my favorite sequences of all time. The Roomba sequence in 8.5 is one of my favorite sequences of all time. That is one of the most incredible sequences. I love that. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, this is the girl. Oh, this is the girl. I can't do it. I should have like a golf club in my hand or something. What is this? How about this one? Is this right? What's the photo for? Yeah, something like that, I guess. Was that right? Did I get that line right? I hope I got it right. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, yes. Drive-in theater. Very cool. Yes. Talking about the movie theater experience. That's such a great film. Yes. The Penguin. Yes. Yes. I agree. Yes. It's a great Christmas movie. I agree. Yes. Oh, cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it. 90s Marlboro. That's, yeah, I mentioned that at the last live stream. Yes. I like that film. Mikhail, yes, the Mike Lee film. It's one of the great classics, Mike Lee's filmography. That's another very disturbing film as well. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yes, that's right. Speaking of Tim Burton, you're absolutely right. Let's see. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, here we go. Thank you so much. I got so many great comments about King Crimson. Yes, I'm a fan. So this is, I've been, I don't have a huge vinyl collection, but I do have some records. So I might have to sell some of them off though because of my move. So that's a shame. I have a few. Yes, Fire Walk with Me. That's interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Blue Road. Yeah. Autocorrect. Oh, autocorrect. Yes. Autocorrect. Come to me, son of Jarrell. Kneel before Zod. That's how I feel about autocorrect. Yes. Fantastic. Yes. All right. It's almost 11 p.m. So I'm gonna be signing off in a few minutes if that's okay. So if I missed your comment or something, I apologize. I'm trying to go through them. I'll go through them. I want to go through as many as possible. So Ode is here. Hello. What album do you hold to the highest degree? Highest degree. Gosh, I don't know. There's so many. Like I was mentioning, so yes, I saw Close to the Edge or gosh, it might be, yeah. In my earlier days, I would have said Revolver, but I hold what is it? Now I think it's like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band or the White Album for me. The sequence of songs in the White Album, when it goes from like the truly soulful, from you, if you like the whole choice of the sequence of songs from, what was it, the McCartney song I Will to the song Julia, the Lennon song Julia, which is for me one of the great soulful musical experiences of my own life, listening to that song Julia. And then you go from there, it has great classics, of course, like While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and hey up, dun, 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 right, and then of course Helter Skelter, and um, you know, like the whole apocalyptic feel of Revolution Number 9, and then going into type of the sleep of death in like the song like Good Night and something. But yeah, I think and then Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Um, I hold that in high regard for two reasons. First is um, When I'm 64 is a song that my mom loved so much. And there's the song is this, there's a bit of the lyric where Paul McCartney's singing, it goes and he says in that, I think the second part of the song, he says, indicate precisely what you mean to say, you're sincerely wasting away. I think that's the lyric. My mom played the piano, and she'd love to play When I'm 64 on the piano. And when I was young, I have these great memories. And one of the memories is she's playing When I'm 64, and she gets to that bit, and she sings as well as she's playing. And she gets to the bit of playing When I'm 64, and she's, indicate precisely what you mean to say, you're sincerely. And then she doesn't say wasting away, she says, wasting my time. So whenever I hear the song When I'm 64, I sing out the lyric. But whenever Paul McCartney reaches that point, he's like, you're sincerely wasting. I always say, you're sincerely wasting my time, in honor of my mom who sang it that way. So that's my one of my dearest memories of the song When I'm 64, which is on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the album. And also my second memory for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which is one of the reasons why I hold that album in such high regard, is the song Lovely Rita. Lovely Rita, meter maid. Lovely Rita, meter maid. May I inquire discreetly, when are you free to take some tea with me? So I remember listening to that, and I was so fascinated by that lyric. When are you, lovely Rita, meter maid? May I inquire discreetly, when are you free to take some tea with me? And I remember when I was in college, I was really into the Beatles when I was in college. Really, really into the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I still do, but I was so intensely into the Beatles in college. And whenever that song came, I was such a shy. I still am. I was very shy when it came to like asking girls out on dates and stuff. I could never do it. I was so shy. I couldn't sum up the courage. And there was this one student. We'd sometimes be in the same class. Sometimes we wouldn't. I had this crush on, and kind of friendly, but not really. And I always thought, oh, it wouldn't be nice just to have a nice like coffee or tea or whatever it was I was having at the time, at the cafe, because there are a lot of cafes in the university's town or city where I was at. And but I was listening to Lovely Rita, I think, on my Discman, because that Sony Discmans, the portable CD player, and I was listening to it was like that, and I was listening to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band as I was walking across campus. And I see this young woman walking from the opposite direction we're about to meet, and I'm listening to Lovely Rita, and it's the point where it's like, lovely Rita, meter maid. May I inquire discreetly, when are you free to take some tea with me? And I just thought, we just struck up a conversation. I said, oh, how are you doing? And just suddenly said, oh, what the heck? If Paul McCartney can say it, why can't I? And so I said, I was listening to Lovely Rita, and there's a bit where it says, oh, when are you free to, may I inquire discreetly, when are you free to take some tea with me? And I was wondering, when are you free to take some tea with me? And she kind of was taken by that. And she sort of laughed. And said, yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. Let's get together sometime. And so, yes, a couple days later or whatever, wouldn't you know it? But yes, we got together for some tea or whatever it was, some cafe or something. And I mean, that was it. That was the end of it. We didn't hook up or anything like that. It wasn't nothing of that sort. It ended up not happening in that way. But the point of the story is that the song Lovely Rita gave me some courage to say this, right? So a lot of the songs that I was listening to at the time gave me that courage. I mentioned something similar that happened to me with I don't know, like the Living Daylights or something like that, or something. But Lovely Rita was another one, so I love that. Yes, Lovely Rita, meter maid, may I inquire discreetly when you're free to take some tea with me? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah, that's a great song. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about. I'm totally going off. Yes. Well, thank you very much, Jared. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Yawn. Yes, that's right. I love that one. Yawn. I love when they like he throws the report across the table. Right. I love that too. Donna did yes. When we bought a house and we were about to move was Donna the Dead Zombie and Shauna that well done. Well done. Well done indeed. Oh, Mr. Malkford, thank you. Um, Maybe in the States, definitely, definitely. I'd love to catch up with you and others in the States. I'd love that opportunity. Yeah, we should do that. Let's have a I don't know, what is it, a meetup in Los Angeles or wherever in the States. I'd love that opportunity. I can say something like, oh, I'll be at this Barnes and Noble. Anyone who's interested, yeah, I'll be at the Barnes and Noble Criterion Collection section or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe at the just um, uh, But anyway, we'll figure out the details somehow. Derek says saving up. You and your wife are saving up for a honeymoon in Tokyo. And oh, you like Hanayori Dango? Yeah, I like that very much too. Yeah, yeah, that's so cool. I like the theme song. Yeah, Arashi. So I recommend. Let's see. Golden Guy in Shinjuku. A lot of bars there. It's really cool. If you're looking for a nice, interesting places to drink, you and your wife. Oh, I think I have to go. Yes, it's about time for me to go. It's that time, so I have to go soon. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go very very soon. Let's see. All right. Very cool. Oh yes. Agreed. Agreed. All right. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm about to fall asleep. So I'm going to go through here very quickly. So Mikhail, thank you so much. Definitely. Definitely. Yes. Yes. Let's do that. Let's meet. Yes. Okay. George says hello. So you're talking about an anecdote from your life. Visiting your friend, one of the watching was Hot Shots. And when I left the theater at the end of the show, realized Don King was sitting in the audience. Wow. We speculated that he went to see it himself after someone told him, but wow. That's interesting. Wow. Oh, wow. You saw them live. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Tangerine Dream. Yes. Yes. Of course. Yes. Yes. Thief. Flashpoint. Yes. That's right. Sorcerer as well. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Yes. My birthday. Thank you very much for. Yes. My birthday is in May 21st. So next month, but very soon. Yeah. I'll be years old. So yeah. Uh, what are you going to watch this weekend? Octopus. Oh, very cool. As I mentioned, I'm probably going to watch these films that were provided me as a gift from my dear friend Matt. So maybe some of these, one or more of those. Bowie. Oh, very nice. I can't. I was going to do my David Bowie impression. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Yeah, yeah. I was going to say, I can't do it. Sorry. Sorry. I love it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is yeah, sorry. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry for all the 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 anecdotes to nowhere today. I apologize for that. Thank you. But yes. Yes, Julia. Oh, thank you very much. Love for more love for the song Julia. Yes. Yes. Half of what I say is meaningless, but I say it just to reach you, Julia. Oh, yes. Yes. Love the lyrics and singing of Lovely Reed. Thank you so much, York. Thank you. Yes. Yes. That's right. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. This reprise. It's amazing. Yes. That's right. And Day in the Life. Yes. Yes. Right. What is it? I read the news today. Oh boy, 1,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. And though the holes were rather small, they had to count them all. And now they know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. Right? Exactly. Yeah. Although, is it really that many holes that it takes to fill the Albert Hall? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, when M64. Yes. Well done. Yes, Bobby Lee. Fantastic. Second favorite scene in Fellini's filmography. My first favorite is the Roomba scene. I would say the second. Oh, second. I don't know. Gosh, what would it be? Let's see. Again, not going into too much details. It could be the ending of La Dolce Vita. Yeah. Oh, cool. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Yes, July in alignment with the Criterion sale. Well done. That's I forgot to mention to you, but I went through the early filmmakers of African American cinema box set by Kino. Oh yes. That's a great set. I would say one of the great highlights of that is the works of Oscar Michaud, the silent films in particular that are included in that. Yeah. Right. Symbol of the Unconquered, or Within Our Gates. So yeah. I'm so glad you went through it. That's a great set. That's a really great set. Oh, fantastic. Yes. That's right. It's tall. Can't wait. Yes. Like, remind me of that epic library, Wings of Desire. Well done. Well done indeed. All right. You have a great night too, my dear friend. Thank you so much. I really miss our conversations together. We have to figure out a way to start that up again. I know all this other stuff, but let's try to figure out a way. I'm not so good with email. So we'll figure out some way to do that. Oh, William, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, that's right. What was I going to say? Oh, there's a great line. But you can come in. What's up? Yeah. Bye. Okay, we don't have to go. Bye. Oh, he's up late. Well, I guess it's a weeknight, or it's a weekend tomorrow, but still he's up late. I don't know. He needs to go to sleep. But anyway, yeah. That was my son. He's up a little bit late. It's already past 11, so it's too late. But anyway, yeah. Fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. GBD guy. Thank you. Yes, that's right. You too, my dear friend. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you, Mr. Markford. Thank you so much. I was glad. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. It's not my birthday yet. It's going to be my birthday next month, May 21st. But thanks very much for the birthday greetings. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you too, Longshi. Thank you so much. It was great to see you. You were here from the start. It was great. Thank you. Fantastic. No, SJS Art. Yes, SJS Arts. No, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It was great to, down memory lane. Our relationship goes way back. So it was great to see you like that. It's always great to see you. All right, I think we can end it right now if that's okay. I'm gonna get ready to go to sleep. So have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the day. Work, school, movies, and the like. Thank you, my dear friends. It's a great pleasure to see you as always. So we'll see you at the next one. And until then, right? Yes. I was gonna do exactly, Etienne. I was about to say that you and I think alike. Until then, my dear friends, to quote Batman Returns, to quote Christopher Walken from the great film Batman Returns, yawn. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aldermap, thank you. It's great to say. Alkis Parchar, thank you. Have a great weekend yourself. Thank you. Seth, thank you. Like the Von Trapp family. Thank you so much. And York, thank you so much. And thank you for that wonderful anecdote about hot shots. You too, Mikhail. Thank you. Bobby Lee, thank you so much. It was great to talk with you. And everyone else, thank you. I'll see you at the next one. All right, my dear friends, and thank you. And Matt, if you're watching, once again, thank you so much for the great gifts. Really appreciate it. I haven't made the super thanks shout out video. I apologize for that. I'll make that as soon as I can. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of the day and evening. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Yawn. I'll end with my 2001 how Daisy give me your answer.